Welcome back to LDB Games. I'm Lord Darth Balls, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. This video is going to be about Hard Spider Floor 10. I have successfully found an auto farm team with 99 to 100% success rate. I haven't run it enough to really definitive say 100%, but so far, so good. So before we get into it, this upcoming week I'm going to be out of town on business. However, I do have videos uploaded and scheduled to release throughout the week, so there will still be daily content from LDB Games. So let's get into the team. When it comes to what's changed between Spider on normal and Spider on hard, there's two key differences that affect the general strategies for beating the Spider. On one hand, HP burn not only does damage to the Spider, but will also heal the Spider for a certain amount. The Spider is now completely immune to turn meter reduction. And the Spider will now also take damage when you kill one of the Spiderlings. So you can see the team I've got here. We got Arbiter coming in as a boost. We've got Lydia for the decreased defense and weaken. Mithrala for the Hex. And I've got double Trundas coming in. It is leg day in case you missed the memo. So let's check this team out, right? So it opens up with the attack boost. I also have Trunda running in the lead for the 36% magic attack, which is pretty awesome. Mithrala comes out with the Hex. Lydia comes out with the decreased defense and weaken. And wow, that was, holy crap, that was a personal best. That was sweet. Didn't even need the second Trunda in there. That is, wow. Yeah. Let's take a look at these champions, right? So I've done a guide on Lydia recently. She is an incredible free champion you get for completing Faction Wars. She's in here for one reason and one reason only. That's the decrease and weaken on an AoE basis. On an AoE attack with a 100% chance to land. She is built with enough accuracy to do the job, and she's running mighty fast. Mithrala's coming in here, another S-tier free-to-play champion. You collect her fragments through Hydra. She's coming in here for one reason and one reason only, and that is the AoE Hex with a 100% chance to land. She's running with enough accuracy to do the job and mighty quick. While we're at it, Arbiter coming in for the attack boost and turn meter boost, because the Spider is actually, I believe, a little quicker. I haven't checked the stats yet, but without this turn meter boost, I don't actually stand a chance. I've gotten completely wiped out without this turn meter boost. And she is my fast Arbiter, so she is running mighty quick at 349, and that's really all I care about for her. My main Trunda, you saw she just did it in one hit. That's the first time I've been able to do that yet. I've probably run it about 40, 50 times so far. She's coming in, and her A2 is the skill that just wiped the Spider in one crack in that run we just watched. Now, this is a single hit, and then it attacks every other enemies with a second hit, dealing 60% of the damage inflicted from the first hit. Now, there's an interesting way that this is coded on the back end. AoEs are coded differently than single hits. This AoE that happens after the single hit is coded as individual single hits to every enemy that it hits, which means it again ramps damage up based on decreased defense and weaken, increase attack, right? War Master procs, crit damage, all of the good stuff, right? She's running with Soul Reap. There's that 36% aura in all battles that comes into play. I've got her running 207 in terms of speed. She's obviously crit capped. She's got just under 5k attack and 223 crit damage. This could use some work. I haven't rebuilt her in a very long time. She slipped my mind over this past weekend with the free gear removal. She's not my primary nuker in the arena anymore, so she is still running in crit rate gloves. And you can see she's in Swift Parry, which is actually comes in kind of clutch. It's kind of a cool set. It was a total test when I built her with this. You get the extra 30% crit damage, a chunk of speed, and that half 50-50 chance of proccing unkillable when hit with a fatal hit. But yeah, I can see, this. I can see this being one shot reliably if I rearrange and rework her kit to put her in crit damage gloves, because I could probably get her crit damage up to 260 to 280 plus, depending on the gear that I have and move around. I did bring a second Trunda into this fight. She wasn't necessary in the run that I just showed you guys. I'm going to run it again to see if, because like I said, that was the first time that happened. And if anybody's watched the video I put up recently about the artifact set tier list, this is the champion that I tested Affinity Breaker with. Again, I keep forgetting to rework her. So she's still sitting in Affinity Breaker. However, she's got some nice stats. 4,200 attack. She's running pretty slow, but 264 crit damage is pretty solid. In terms of masteries, the only masteries that really come into play are going to be Trunda's, because she is the only one really doing damage. Let's move myself over and flip it so I'm looking at the right spot. And I have her down here in Helm Smasher for a 50-50 chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense. We've obviously got Kill Streak in here, increasing damage for enemies killed. I did put Blood Shield on. I don't know that that's completely necessary anymore, but that has come in kind of clutch in the past. Bring It Down increases damage to higher max HP, right? So the amount of damage done on the second hit on array 2 is based on the damage done to the enemy with the first hit. So the more damage you get with that first hit, the higher potential damage the rest of the hits have. And she will not have higher max HP than the Tainted Spider. It's not necessary to have change to that. Yep, increased speed for each enemy killed doesn't come into play unless the fight extends longer. Increased damage inflicted 8% for the first hit, and her A2 is the first hit. Obviously, we got the crit damage and the crit rate masteries, and increased damage when attacking with full HP. So there's the team. Let's jump into the AI, and then we'll run it again and see if my luck is still there. So I want Arbiter, who's going first, to open with her A3. It's her standard AI. I don't have to touch that. Next up is Mithrala. I want her using Hex first to increase the overall damage output to every champion. Every enemy, every Spiderling and Spider. Next up is Lydia, coming in with Siren's Wail to place the decreased defense and weaken on the entire enemy team. And then I've got my first Trunda in here, opening with Cloak of Ages. And the second Trunda, if she gets a turn, does the same thing. So let's see if lightning can strike twice. That was pretty crazy. My personal best before that was 30 seconds. So 11 seconds is a pretty awesome PR to get, especially considering it's supposed to be a very difficult dungeon. Now, I don't know if there is a bug that causes this to be as effective as it is. Okay, so here's a typical run, right? Not quite one shot. However, I bring in Mithrala for the cleanse to get rid of the sleep. There's the second Trunda's little baby hit on everybody because decreased defense and weaken aren't out, but it's enough so that when my main Trunda comes in with her A3, the big AoE double hitter wipes the spider out completely. There it is, guys. This is, from what I've seen so far, unless they launch a fix, this is the easiest of the hard dungeons. I did take my teams for a spin. The second easiest would be Ice Golem. I was able to get to and complete stage 6 with a slight tweak to my Ice Golem 20 team. And then Dragon's Lair, I was only able to complete 2 stages with my standard Dragon 20 team. So I am going to have to theory craft and design a new team composition for those. Fire Knight's Castle, I have not been able to do. Fire Knights is insanely difficult the way they've done it. I don't anticipate being able to clear this for some time. But that's what I got, guys. How you finding these new hard dungeons? So far, I've only gotten 2 pieces of mythical gear, and they are absolute trash. No surprise there. It is going to be a long grind. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your view, especially if you're still here with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the way out, and come get involved in my new Discord. I'm Lord Darthballs. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Enjoy your raid.